Welcome or welcome back to the Idle Talk Minis. As you know, if you ever go 2 days without listening to an Idle Talk Mini, that means I ran out of content. So we're back. We're going to be hopefully both making some of these Idle Talk Minis. But apparently, there's this viral clip on TikTok going around about this woman who gives some dating advice that just sat down on my desk. And apparently it's invalid because she's a porn star and she went on a podcast with Adam 22 and Lena the Plug and she got fucked on there. So apparently her opinion is invalid. And I'm here as a man telling you I'm going to listen to this clip for the first time ever. And let's see if maybe you guys are I'll jump into a little bit of a conclusion that you shouldn't have. Without further ado, here is the TikTok clip from Zoey Sinns. Clearly a porn star handle, but let's listen to what she's got to say.
Dating advice you'll ever need in your life, but most of you won't listen because you guys like to argue and complain about stupid shit that is very easy to understand. That person that has inconsistent communication with you just doesn't like you that much. That person that ghosted you isn't a bad person. They just became uninterested or found someone else. Move on, find someone else to text you. If your partner cheated on you, leave them. And if you don't leave them, which most of you won't because most of you lack standards and self-respect, shut up about it, stop hanging it over their head, and learn how to work through it together. Or else, move on. If a man does not want to pay all your bills and wants to go 50-50, that doesn't make him a bum, that doesn't make him a bad guy, that doesn't make him a little boy. He's still a man. Just a man with different interests and goals in life. Go find you someone who will. There's 8 billion people in the world. I promise you can find one. That woman that wants all her bills paid doesn't make her a gold digger, doesn't make her a slut. Just go find you one that could do 50-50 with you. It's very simple. She just doesn't want what you want, and that's okay. You cannot attract the type of person you want if you are also not the person that they want. Get off the couch if you want a gym rat. Open up a fucking book if you want someone who reads books a lot. It's very simple. Men aren't shit, your standards are. You attract what you are. So maybe it's time to do some self-reflection. Most men under 30 don't have their shit together, and that's okay. Stop letting social media fill up your head with these unrealistic standards. This one is gonna ruffle some feathers. Men have it way harder in life than we do, especially when it comes to money. So stop being a 25-year-old woman wondering why this 25-year-old man can't bust his coochie open online for $10,000 a month. It just does not work that way for men. Believe people when they show you who they are, the first time. You do not get to choose or change the way someone decides to love you. You simply sit down, shut up, observe, and decide whether you want to participate in the way that they love or not. At the end of the day, we are all humans who have imperfect designs, so stop trying to find that perfect person. They don't exist, and that thing you hate about them, you probably hate about yourself. Don't take advice from married people or single people. Take advice from happy people. But even that's hard to find sometimes because most people lie to themselves about what actually makes them happy. Stop coming into relationships with a lacking mindset. You have a hard time finding the end-all be-all person because you yourself are not the end-all be-all person. So do some self-work, shut up, get off the internet, and stop fucking complaining.
Okay, we're back. That was Zoey Sinns. And I'm interested to hear what everybody else has to say. So, again, if you're on Spotify, baby boys and girls, answer that poll. Let us know what you think of what she said. But overall, I think it's some pretty solid advice. I just don't understand what the backlash is on this. I think it was pretty sound points. Some of them were really really specific, like the guys can't bust their coochie for 10K a month. Uh, is there a male equivalent to that? I'm not too sure. I'm not a coochie buster myself, but I think just to get to the meat and potatoes of all the advice, I think what she said was perfect. If you want a bookworm, open a book. You'll attract people who read books. If you want a gym rat, go to the gym. You'll attract people who go to the gym. And ultimately, those very first few bits where she talks about the people who don't text you back or the people who quote ghost you are not bad people. I think a lot of that has a lot of merit, but I think ultimately it will reflect on the kind of people we are as we progress through life. So if I consistently stop losing interest in people and I move on to the next one and then show them interest for a little bit, which I've been guilty of in the past, I won't lie to you. I've been like a texter. I love texting. So if you consistently text me and then all of a sudden someone else starts consistently texting me and then you stop texting me for like 4 hours, then I will have effectively moved on from that, and I do apologize for that in the past. I'm trying not to do that now, but it's true. Those things are kind of true. So that's my experience with that, being on the other side of that. But ultimately, I think a lot of her advice is sound and fair. Is it harsh? Is her phrasing bad? I don't think it's too harsh, and I don't think it could have. I think it could have been phrased a lot more nice. But in reality, are you going to listen to this advice if it was gift wrapped it and presented to you on Christmas morning instead of like yelling at you doing outside labor in summer? Like, which way is more effective for you? I think it all depends on how you perceive things. Maybe, of course, maybe you'll listen to the things when everything is going perfect, everything is fantastic, and that's just the icing on the cake to improve your life. But if you need that astounding ass whipping before you can improve things, this might be the advice video for you. So I implore you to go listen to that TikTok twice and see what you can take away from this. This was the first time ever hearing it, and I don't think any of the things she said are invalid or it is invalid because of what she does for a living. Ultimately, I think time will tell when it applies to you, and so I'm going to read some comments of the about under her video. And let's first one I see immediately. Okay, she solved all podcast topics. LOL. Let's move on. And she replied, as I'm currently recording my podcast about this topic right now. Secondly, pure logic, no emotion. And I think that is a direct effect of how different yet similar men and women are. I think this is person, his name's Jonathan, says that pure logic, no emotion, but that's typically how men think, right? Now it's a little bit upsetting when the other side is thinking the same way we do. We're like, whoa, 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 what are you doing? And I think in that way, I'm going to talk about masculine and feminine energy right now. Okay, let's divert from this, but I think it's a yin and yang, a give and take. I think both all sides need to have that logical side, like the yin, and then the emotional side, like the yang. I think they need to coexist together. Of course, the logical is probably more masculine energy, and I think the emotional is more feminine energy. But I think a person who lacks one over the other is not balanced. So I think a perfect healthy balance between all anything that you could classify as masculine energy versus everything that you classify as quote feminine energy. And I think a lot of men specifically have an ick or like a not wanting to do that, not wanting to be in their feminine energy. And I'm not saying you're less masculine because you embrace your feminine energy. I'm saying you are lacking a more emotional, a more just balanced lifestyle if you were to embrace that feminine energy. And that doesn't mean like, oh, I'm going out and getting my nails painted because I'm free, I'm blah 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 blah. I mean, it could be that. You could be so free and in your expression of who you are, and that may be something you want to do. But I'm not saying go out and do it because it is being embracing your feminine energy. So next comment it says, quote, don't take advice from married people or single people. Take advice from happy people. Quote, that is the possible best relationship advice I've ever heard. So I don't think she's on this Zoey Sinns girl side. But again, I think that's a nice little comment. Don't take advice from married people or single people. Take advice from happy people. So that doesn't necessarily say that it's a that happy person is married or single, but just listen to who you think is happy or who they perceive themselves as happy. The next comment comes from Haley. It says, "Is this not common sense?" I would think it is, but to assume people know common sense is to assume too much of people. So, next comment. Damn, this is quality advice. LOL. This guy's name is AD Hody. Nice little spin on that name. Somebody reply back, and I hate these kinds of comments from Sean. Protect this woman at all costs. Shut up. Shut up. That irks my soul. That irks my soul. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it irks my soul. I cannot believe that. I hate reading comments like that. One comment, and we'll end on here. Men have it harder financially. I'm just wondering how we came to that conclusion. And that I didn't really think about that, but as this man says it, uh, I think it's just a give or take on who you are, what you do. If you're busting it down for 10K a month, of course, someone who doesn't do that is gonna have to compete really like harder to get to that level. But if we're talking about execs who are making over $100,000 a year, then comparing to a regular person, it's not the same. It's not the same having a corporate high paying job versus a person who doesn't have who has a medium minimum wage job. I almost said medium wage. That should be a thing. Medium wage. Yo, pay me medium wage, please. Medium wage for medium work. But that was today's Idle Talk Mini, and I will catch you tomorrow for the next one as we figure things out. Bye bye.